President Barack Obama announced last week that millions of Americans would be allowed to renew health plans slated to be canceled under the Affordable Care Act. This followed cancellation of coverage that did not conform to the new requirements of the law. And New Mexico insurance firms say they are moving ahead regardless of this change to offer plans. But fewer than 200 New Mexicans have signed up on the individual exchange, which is run by the federal government, of course. And Rob, you wrote about a group of about 1,500 people in that so-called high-risk insurance pool that are having some huge problems here. Go ahead and cover the basis of what you wrote about in your article.
Well, I was talking to Jason Sandell, who's the vice chair of the New Mexico High Risk Pool, and he's spitting mad because 1,500 people there's 10,000 people altogether in the high risk pool in New Mexico for the people who have hard time.
How does one get in? Who is the high risk pool, by the way?
People. In fact, I used to be in the high risk pool because I had colon cancer when I was 36 years old, and it's hard for me to get insurance. So people like that. Of that 10,000, 1,500 people have been informed that they get their policies through the federal government, that they have to now comply to the Affordable Care Act provisions, so they are now kicked out of the pool. Jason Sandell is upset because for those 1,500 people, they have to sign up by January 1st, which means by December 15th, you have to have your policy in place. But in order to get your policy in place, you have to go through the healthcare.gov website, which is still not working. And so we're talking about now it's almost Thanksgiving, and so you've got less than a month. And so what Vice Chairman Sandell said was, he says, I am going to suggest at our next meeting in early December that those 1,500 people be protected, whatever the federal government says, and that we will send the federal government the bill because he's very concerned about those 1,500 people.
What are the chances of that actually coming to fruition, sending the federal government the bill? I mean,
well, things are moving so quickly on the federal front with, the president last week saying, I'm going to make this change, and the insurance company saying, well, I don't know if you can make that change. Things might be happening so quickly that by December 5th, when they have this meeting, or December 6th, something might change.
Which is not a long time, actually.
I disagree, actually, Rob, because I think it's going to really take a lot to turn this battleship around once it's been launched here. And I think that insurance commissioners in 30 plus states are not going to go along with the president's advisory. I would call it an advisory because it's not actually been passed by Congress. It's an executive action.
Right, but that didn't stop President Obama from listing the employer mandate.
No, that's true, but that was
or the Congress.
Yeah, but the other was part of the rearrangement of the insurance marketplace, which was central to the law. And you can't fix health care without changing the market, and that's what this was all about. The high risk pool was designed to be a safety valve so that those market changes wouldn't hurt those folks with pre-existing conditions. And if the website works the way it's supposed to work, then those people ought to be able to join the exchange. And that has some problems too. Them joining the exchange may actually push the prices up for others because these people have pre-existing conditions.
And what Vice Chairman Sandell was talking about, apparently the high-risk pool, they're sort of in their own own different league there. And that eventually they want to have the high-risk pool, the other 8,500, they would eventually be transitioned into the exchange over a period of
gradually.
time.
But people need to know.
But in the meantime, if you're one of those 1,500 people and you can't get to the website and you've got the clock ticking, and it's a matter of weeks.
It's a mess. Speaking of messes, Tom, this is a tough time to be the president of the United States right now on this issue. The polling is not good when it comes to the ACA, even from those who support him and are with him. Does this have any bearing on how this whole thing is going to roll out, this lack of public support right now for the ACA?
Oh, absolutely. You know, I mean, I think it's always a difficult day to be president of the United States. You know, but you know, when you look at all the issues, you know, they needed this website to launch to build that confidence, because without the confidence, everything else at that point, people are going to second guess, they're going to turn their head, they're going to go, this doesn't
take
quite
much,
feel
does it?
right. No, it doesn't.
Yeah.
And so you know, there's a huge perception battle at play, and it's not made any easier here in New Mexico. You know, you have a $6 million marketing communications plan, but there's no real consistency as far as, you know, the communications outreach. You know, you're spending $6 million to reach 10,000 people. I know it's a much larger audience than that, but right now that's the immediate task. If you go to NMHIX, which is the official website for the Health Exchange, .org or .gov, you don't get anything. You go to .com and all of a sudden there it is, but if you want to know more about the plans, you have to go to a separate website. And then when you get to that website, in order to get an overview of the plans, you go to yet a third-party website. So there's absolutely no conformity, you know, and it's really frustrating as a consumer and a taxpayer to know that, okay, things are messed up at the federal level, but they sure aren't any better here at the state level.
I appreciate that.
But there are reasons for that. I mean, that part of that was deliberate. We have had a tremendous delay for political reasons.
That's right.
And in New Mexico, in general, we have been dragging our feet for a year and a half.
We just got started in August, literally.
Yeah, and you know, we had a year and a half to do it. So, I mean, we have met the enemy, and it is us.
How about Leanne, for places like Santa Fe, you know, a bit of a different financial structure than Albuquerque, certainly for personal income, things like that. What's your sense about how ACA is working there?
You know, I think overwhelmingly the consumers, the people that are trying to use these websites and understand these products and these changes, those people are really confused. And they are getting messages that aren't easy to understand, that are contradictory in some ways. I think it's really interesting that during the federal government shutdown, they had no problem shutting down the census website. They had no problem shutting down the Bandelier information page while the Congress, you know, was fighting. But then we have this other technical problem. Everyone's content to blame it on this technical issue. And I think that the users, the people that this was really supposed to help, are really left out in the cold.
And this really affects the problem of, quote, adverse selection. If you're a young person who doesn't really, you know, generally speaking, who may not have a big healthcare problem, you might go to this website once or twice. And if you're thwarted, you may never go back.
Right.
So the only people who are going to be going, or at least a large percentage, are the older people who need coverage, who are sicker.
Yeah.
And then if you've got older, sicker people in the pool, the prices are going to go up.
And, you know, we don't have time to talk about this, we're moving on, but the line in the sand between Medicare recipients and who gets to have, you know, get on the exchange versus you know what I mean? That's a whole mess. We need to figure this out. Now,